how's it going? It's Alex once again, bringing you some more fun-free drumming ideas. For this week's lesson, we have to continue our sort of tasteful drum lick series where we break down a particular drum fill that I've sort of made up or stolen in many cases. We sort of strip it down to its core components and look at the little lessons we can learn from it, and then learn how to sort of like rearrange and build new ideas and sort of put our own personal twist on certain things. Last week we looked at sort of like landing that left hand with the bass drum and the open hi-hat, which can be a bit tricky. This one's more about just different 16th note triplet patterns, all right, little groups of 6 which we'll be playing, and in some cases we're going to be splitting, in this case we're going to split the 6-stroke roll, which is one of my favourite little rudiments, the right, left, left, right, right, left. We're going to play the first 3 notes, chuck in a different 6-note pattern, and then play the back end of it, to bookend that original 6-note pattern. It sounds quite confusing. It's actually not, because we're going to break it down sort of like 1 note at a time. So, if you like what you saw in the intro, and you want to give it a crack, and you haven't been put off by this rather convoluted introduction, stick around, and I'll break it down. Here we go. Okay, so I think the best way to approach this is to sort of break it down into little bite-sized chunks. First of all, we're going to look at just the fill as a single measure. So if we're playing like 4 groups of 6, we're going to break it up a tiny bit. Essentially, we're going to end up with like 24 notes. So we're going to look at those 24 notes, and then what we can do is we can just sort of take a step back to like beat 4 of the previous measure, which probably will be playing a bit of groove, and then we can chuck in like a nice little group of 6 as a lead-in. So you end up with this almost like 5-beat drum fill, just to throw the listener off a tiny bit and make people go, ooh. All right, so let's break it down into little bite-sized chunks first of all. I would start off by just going right, left, left. So that's a big right and then 2 ghosties on the snare. Nice. All right, now if any of you know the 6-stroke roll, the 6-stroke roll is right, left, left, right, right, left. I shall now play it. What we're playing at the start of this fill is the first 3 notes of that particular pattern. Easy. Right, once you've done right, left, left, we're then going to play 2 kicks, floor, floor, kick, kick, which will sound like... Bit faster. Bit faster again. Alright, if we now add right, left, left, kick, kick, right, left, kick, kick, then we've got 1.5 of our beats. I don't know why that would be relevant, but that's what we've got. I can play that better. That was better. All right, now once you've played that pattern there, right, left, left, kick, kick, right, left, kick, kick, we're then going to finish off our 6-stroke roll. We'll play the back end of it with a right, right, left. So 2 goes to the right, and then a pop. Slog that left hand. If we put all that together, we're up to beat 3, because that's technically 12 notes. Yes, my math is awful. That's 2 beats worth, 12 notes, but obviously we divide it into 3, 6, 3 again. One more time, it sounds like this. Now, from this point onwards, we are at beat 3, and from here we're just going to play like 2 groups of 6, which I would just learn as little, individual patterns, and then we'll just play them back to back. We've got, for beat 3, another kick, kick, right, left, kick, kick, but we're just going to spread our hands out and play it floor then snare. So you get, not too bad. Once we've done that, we're then going to go round the kit, snare, high, floor, kick, floor, floor, which will sound like. Don't worry about dynamics, and let's just blast that one on the way through. It's a lovely little ending sort of like pattern, especially if you're playing sextuplets. Right, so let's go through beats 3 and 4. We've got bit quicker. Shh. The next thing to do that would make sense would be to play beats 1, 2, 3 and 4 back to back. So we will do that. Here we go. There's a lot of kicks in this particular pattern, which is a good thing, if you're pretty good at doing double kicks, not such a good thing if you struggle with that, but a great excuse to practice them. But it also gives your hand a chance to sort of like reset and get centered. I always try and teach my students that your hands have got to be a bit like think like a tennis player. You pop a shot, bang, and then you're going to run to that centre line so you're sort of ready for the next position or the next shot you've got to sort of face. So try and think of doing that with your hands, because I've noticed quite a lot of time students will just sort of, if they end up with their left hand up on the high tom, they'll sort of let it linger there till they then next need it and they're like, oh, and then they bring it down. And that's just wasted motion, wasted energy. So you want to be as efficient as possible. So while your foot's doing a little bit of work, get your hands in place and then you're ready to start blasting out some higher tempos. All right, let's go through this one more time, nice and slow. We've got now, the cool thing is we can play a bit faster because we've practiced it. Let's chuck into the groove. Beautiful. Alright, so that's our pattern sorted. That's the single measure, 24 notes. If you want to, you can play your groove. And that's going to sound great. If you want to just extend it a tiny bit, you can play around with beat 4 and the previous measure. So what we're going to do is we'll just look at some really basic ideas. So the first one you can do is just play 6 single strokes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this case, it's going to be 4 triplet and triplet, and then you launch into the pattern. So I'll do it slowly. We could do a right, left, kick. I mean, we could just do it on the snare. Or we could send it around the kit. And then go into our fill. That would sound like this. Another idea, we could play the 6-stroke roll. Right, left, right, left. Again, that would sound pretty similar to the first one, but it will have like, a slight dynamic difference. So that would sound like this. What I'm going to do now is I'll sort of take that particular idea, we'll play a couple of different speeds. One more time, the pattern is like the main 24-note pattern from beat 1 of like your drum fill measure. Right, left, then kick, right, left, kick, right, left, kick, floor, snare, kick, and then snare, high, floor, kick, floor, crash. And then do whatever you want to do to get into it. All right, so I'll change the camera angle. We'll go nice and slow, then a little bit faster, and then a little bit faster, then I'll come and say goodbye. Here we go. Nice and slow. In a groove. A bit faster. Alright guys, there it is. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Thank you very much for watching. Hoping to get get a microphone soon that will work in here, because I've got a slightly different setup from what I had. Obviously I can't just plug a separate mic into that little mixing box I had down there. That won't go into this, so I've got to find an alternative solution, but I think after doing some research I can plug it directly into the camera. We'll see what effect that has, so I'll play around with that for the next video. But hopefully you like this particular fill. If you want the sheet music, you can head over to my website, www.ribchesterdrums.com. You can find it there for free. There'll be a link in the description below just on the sheet music, so that will take you straight to the page. And that's pretty much it. So if you did like the video, give it a thumbs up, that always helps. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and check out the other 400 plus drum lessons we got going on. And then if you do subscribe, then hit that little bell icon thing, and it will notify you every time a new lesson comes out. Lesson comes out. Every time a new lesson comes out. In the meantime, take care, keep drumming, and I'll see you very soon, or as soon as I can make it, for some more fun free drumming ideas. Alright, see you later. Bye bye bye.